In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use the context manager and conversation intelligence that is offered within MemoryWeave. Now, you've probably already watched the first two videos where you learned how to install MemoryWeave and how to compress and restore conversations. So in MemoryWeave Pro, we offer deep intelligence about the conversations that you're having with AI. So to get there, you'll hover over the icon and click Context Manager. And it's going to bring up this window that gives you all sorts of insights about your conversations. Now, if you do not see all these, that means you're probably on the free version. You can activate the free trial or sign up for MemoryWeave Pro. So this gives you insights on how many context blocks you have, how many tokens you have compressed, and your average compression ratio. So as we scroll down, you can see all these different insights, like open questions. The system will automatically extract things that you have not solved in your discussions with AI. So we can open these and see, I was having some strategic discussions about SBC in a 4, and I never got this answer resolved. So I can go back and get the answer to that and mark it as answered. We can also see that it extracts things that you have to do that were not resolved in the AI conversations. So right here, execute an outreach campaign. Let's say I've done that. I can click complete. And this will show you what tasks you have resolved for the week. And as we scroll down here, we can see compression trends, how many compressions you've done each day over the last week, your most active topics, and the top performing compression ratios for the conversations. So if you remember from the second video, I compressed a conversation about engine issues that I was having with my vehicle. So let's go ahead and open that up to get some deep insights. You can see the system tracks your emotional state throughout the conversation. It also assesses the thinking mode that you're in while in that conversation. It also gives the progress status, if the issues were resolved or the project is ongoing. So it extracted, automotive diagnostics. The car we're working on is a Volkswagen Atlas. I was using OBD2 scanners. It also gives entities that break out the entity, the type or role, and the relevance in the conversation. It also extracts key decisions, critical insights, and open questions. And it lays out next steps based on that conversation. It gives metrics that in that conversation, I confirmed one check engine light code. There are 2 pending codes that I was not able to confirm. I verified that my coolant temp was 194 and that my car had gone into limp mode, which was 4,000 RPMs. The system also gives conversation style insights as well as notes and caveats. And right here is the full narrative that was extracted from that conversation. And you can even scroll down further to see the original messages from which these were extracted. So now what do we do with this? You can quick restore here. If you click that, it will go ahead and open in a new window with that conversation. You can also copy the summary. So let's say we don't support Grok and Gemini right now, but you wanted to carry this over there. You could copy the summary and continue that conversation in a different LLM. We can also click this and restore and select that I want to open this in a new ChatGPT tab. We'll let that load for a second, and it will go ahead and load that context in there so you can start a new conversation carrying on from where you left off. So another exciting thing that's offered is you can export all of your conversations. So you click export, you can password protect them. I will not do that on this one. And it exports that. Then you can import those back in. So that way you can create backups of your conversations. You can also create a PDF report of your conversations that'll extract all those insights and build a report for you. Now let's go ahead and check out the user insights. So this is a collection of all of those things that were gathered from your conversations. So right here, you can see that there were 12 conversations that covered 74 topics and 45 insights were gained. Here are the communication signatures that were pulled from those conversations and the cognitive patterns. It also extracts when your peak productivity is based on the conversations that you have compressed. Also question density, and primary focus. It even shows your emotional journey as you've extracted these context blocks, and it assesses your emotional traits throughout the conversation. It builds it out here. And then we also have the conversation activity heat map, personal growth indicators, as well as personalized recommendations. Based on everything the system extracted from your conversations, it gives you personalized recommendations on what you should do. For me, focus on closure. I have a lot of open tasks, so I need to focus on closing those out. And also to leverage my strength, that I'm very methodical, so I should use that to tackle complex challenges. You can also export your insights, so that way you can view the raw data of what was extracted. So that is the context manager and the conversation intelligence that you can use within MemoryWeave Pro. One other thing I should note is if you want to share conversations with friends or colleagues, you had a really good chat with AI that you learned a lot and you wish that you could share that with somebody without using the share function within the AI systems, because there's been a lot of issues with that, accidentally getting indexed into Google. You can export an encrypted chat, or export an encrypted PASMs block, set a password, so that way when you send it to someone, only they can open it with that password. And to bring it back in, you just have to click import. We'll snag that one here. And we just imported 12 compressions. So now if I refresh this, we have 24. So basically I just doubled everything that I had in there, but I'm just showing you, you can export and import context blocks seamlessly. We'll be rolling out some new features and also supporting more LLMs over the coming weeks, but hope you can dive in here and really turn your conversations into useful tools and persistent memory blocks that can really help you learn about your conversations and keep track of all of the information that you are getting from AI.